Lesson 9. Part 1. Accord. What you have just said does not accord with what you told us yesterday. Award. He was awarded the first prize in the speech contest. Boast. He boasted about the big fish he had caught. Butcher. You can buy meat at the butcher's shop. Cheek. Her cheeks went red after she broke the window. Competent. He is not competent enough to do the job. Before you can be a lawyer, you must have a competent knowledge of the law. Consist. The United Kingdom consists of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Happiness consists in contentment. Crack. There is a crack in the ice. Don't skate around here. Debt. He was in debt when he was poor, but has been out of debt since he got rich. Describe. The reporter described the accident in detail. Part 2. Dispute. They disputed for hours where to go for their picnic. Ease. The soldiers marched 20 miles with ease. Engage. She engaged a carpenter to repair the sofa and the table. The old lady engaged herself in making clothes for her neighbor's children. Express. He is still unable to express himself in English. Fancy. By the power of fancy, we may create an unreal world. Flee. The enemy were defeated and fled in disorder. Fulfill. If you make a promise, you should fulfill it. Grace. The ballet dancer danced with much grace. Haunt. People say that the old house is haunted by a ghost. Innocent. Is he guilty or innocent of the crime? Part 3. Issue. Issue. The government issues money and stamps. This book was issued in New York in 1972. A lot of blood was issuing from the wound. Landlord. The landlord put a new stove in my room. Literature. Many foreigners are studying Chinese literature. Manufacture. The manufacture of watches is the chief business of Switzerland. The factory manufactures automobiles in large quantity by using machines. Military. In some countries, every healthy young man must do 2 or 3 years military service. Multiply. The population of the city is multiplying rapidly. Numerous. Children often ask numerous questions about the universe. Ordinary. His ordinary lunch consists of soup, a sandwich, and milk. Pardon. I beg your pardon for being late. We must pardon him for his little faults. Peninsula. Spain or Italy is a peninsula. Part 4. Plunge. He plunged into the river and saved the boy. Prevent. A heavy rain prevented us from going on a picnic. Protest. Most of them protested against the new heavy tax. Rear. The people in the rear of the room could not hear the speaker. Rent. Rent for that 3-bedroom apartment is $500 a month. We don't own our house, we rent it from Mr. Gay. Revenge. His mind was filled with revenge. Saddle. It is difficult to ride a horse without a saddle. Seal. The paper had been stamped with the required official seal. The treaty was signed and sealed by both governments. Shelter. The cave provided a good shelter for the ancient people. The abandoned car sheltered them from the rain. Slice. He ate 2 slices of bread for his breakfast. Part 5. Spear. In Africa, spears are still used in hunting or fishing. Stake. Stakes mark the boundary of his ranch. As a partner, he has a stake in that business. He staked all his money on the black horse. Stretch. The beggar stretched out his hand for the money. Surround. The field is surrounded by a high fence. Tavern. They met at the tavern for a drink. Timber. The fire destroyed thousands of acres of timber. Trick. The tricks of the magician delighted the children. We were tricked into buying a poor car. Vein. Blood poured from the cut vein. Weaken. The illness weakened her heart. Wring. I'll wring your neck if you don't behave well.